messed up. Okay, so obviously that's really messed up. But first, let me show you guys something that I'm actually super happy with. So obviously, this one's a little different than this one. But I guess I can explain exactly what happened. Okay, that is my old bumper, obviously. This is a new bumper. I'll get into that in a second. There's no, I guess, easy way to say this, because no matter how I say it, I'm gonna sound like an idiot. I commute 45 minutes every single day, which is not even a lot. So for all you people under that are gonna comment and be like, oh my God, it's a crazy commute. That's not a lot for California. It's actually pretty common. Shout out to Christian, which is right behind the camera. He does like an hour and 20. Thanks. But I drive a lot. So first tip to not do this. Make sure you guys always check your blind spots. So I was driving and I merged to the left and I didn't check my blind spot, which I probably should have. When I merged over, there was a big, huge, giant truck, which was all murdered out. It was black, satin black. It looked like it was rattle canned. Just a crazy looking truck with the high beams on in the broad daylight. Like, it just that stereotypical truck that you imagine. That's what was there. I cut really close to him and I felt really bad. So I waved my hand out the window and I said, you know, I'm sorry. It's kind of like a courteous thing to do. And then I moved on with my life. I saw that the truck behind me started to tailgate me a lot, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do what all the cool people do, and I'm gonna drop a gear and disappear. So I just kind of like left, and that was it. That was pretty much the whole story. At least that's what I thought. So when I'm getting off on my exit from the freeway, which I'm going to my house at this point, I was turning left into basically merge onto the regular street, get off of the freeway, and then the truck pulls up, and I was like, uh-oh, like, I already knew something bad was gonna happen. He cuts in front of me, literally within inches to spare. I'm in my car about to get smacked into, so I move to the right as fast as I can. That was like, I got triggered. So tip number 2, just let it go. First of all, check your blind spot. Tip 2, let it go. I should have just let it go at that point. I was like, all right, that's not cool. You know, I said I'm sorry, and this guy wanted to kind of like be a jerk to me. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep tailgating this guy 30 more seconds, and then he started to brake check me. And at that point, I was like, all right, this isn't worth it. So I merged off, and I just got in front of him. Obviously, I had to like speed up to get it away from him because at that point, I'm not really sure what he wants to do with his truck. If he's gonna sideswipe my whole car, or if he's gonna clip my car, you know. At that point, anything could have gone, and I wasn't in the mood to try and figure all that cool stuff out. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get out of here. Within like maybe 10 or 20 seconds, he pulls up next to me and literally pushes me off of the street into some cones. And at that point, I already knew my car was scratched up on the side. So I was just like, you know what, there's no point to care anymore. Which brings me to step 3. In other words, step 2. Let it go, and then step 3 is just please let it go because it's not worth it. It's not worth it ever to have road rage, especially because you don't know what people, they've had long days and had a long day that day as well. So, you never know what people are capable of doing, and at that point, I already got sideswiped out of the road. I should have just let it go and let him go on with his day. I could have even reported him to the police. I could have done a whole mess of whole different other things, but instead I decided to keep tailgating this guy for no apparent reason. This guy has a huge truck and I have a little red car. I don't know what I thought I was gonna do. I didn't know what I was thinking, but it got to the point where I was almost getting home and this guy was following me home. So I was like, okay, we gotta figure something out. So I slowed down and this guy got in front of my car and literally pressed the brakes so hard that at that point I couldn't even stop anymore. Did my best to stop, and it just so happened to clip my front bumper. And it honestly sounded like a little love tap. Luckily, this man was kind enough to pull over and not try to like drive away. I looked at my bumper and it was completely obliterated. My whole grill was messed up. The top of my bumper was messed up. As for that guy, wherever he is, he's out there living his life. I had to deal with this, but like I said, I'm happy now because Bam.
RS bumper.
RS front bumper. I ended up finding out that the whole core support got messed up. It ended up coming out to a lot of money in damages. Luckily, we worked with a really cool custom body collision center, and they took great care of it. Other than that, yeah, that's my road rage story. And thank you guys for listening as far as this. Now I got some other cool stuff I want to show you guys because this is kind of a big update to the whole car. Woo! Oh! Alright guys, the product we're talking about here today is our vinyl wrap shampoo. You're gonna want this.
Oh, that was the best catch ever.
Yo, Jack, come here, bro. Come here, bro.
I got your back.
My man Jack almost killed himself.
They're front heavy.
Surprise! That was an interesting way to let you guys know. I got some new wheels, baby. Woo!
Okay.
Yeah!
One thing I always hate. We gotta fix that. A few moments later.
Nice.
All right. What are they? What's the specs? What do you
Okay, so right here, you guys are looking at the set of cast revolved wheels. Been talking to the company for a while now. They're actually coming out with a bunch of new different cast models and stuff, and a bunch of new different wheel versions. So stay tuned. Go check them out. They're actually a really cool set of guys. I actually worked with Rob there, which Rob was super nice, and he was actually and kind enough to help me snag a set of these wheels here. These are going to be in their gray finish, 18 by 9.5 by plus 40. So these should perfectly fit on my car, but we've never tried them and we haven't tried them yet. So you guys are kind of going to experience.
Johnny got some new Johnnies.
Yeah.
All right. And then what rubber you got wrapped on?
What kind of Johnnies go on that back?
Oh, so these are just some Fetties, some Fetty Wops. Excited to throw these on, and
Let's do it. Oh.
I honestly always wanted to wrap the face of the wheel after it's on the car. I've always wanted to do that.
Oh my god.
Just have like the vinyl. I'm serious.
This whole thing is
just covered up.
Oh my god.
It would be like, is that car even moving? Chufa.
Did you say tooth?
Truth. Oh, I gotta put this back in too.
Oh yeah. Match that baby up.
Bam.
Oh yeah.
South.
Lower it. Put it down. Oof. Little more. She's a rally car.
I like it. A lot.
That is tight.
Yo. Oh, that's no way. So I was literally talking to Christian about this right now. I was talking about how I don't really get like too excited about builds anymore because I've gone through a couple of them now. So it's kind of like whatever, but that looks absolutely sick. There's no way, like I'm not faking this at all. This is not for camera. I'm literally hyping as I'm looking at it more and more. Ooh. Dude, that looks so sick.
Now you know we gotta get pictures.
Bro,
We gotta get pictures
so
now.
excited.
We gotta get pictures.
Yo, I gotta throw on the other side.
Yes, let's go.
So obviously, thank you so much to Revolve Wheels. If you guys have a Focus ST or even a Focus RS, they're one of the only companies that's really making our bolt pattern, if that makes any sense. A lot of companies have to re-drill and do a whole bunch of stuff, but these guys are actually offering these wheels to our community. So just because of that, I already automatically like them. But they kind of speak for themselves. They're really good looking wheels. That mixed up with the RS front end, that just looks crazy. What do you think?
So nice. Damn. Woo.
Tip 1, check your blind spot. Tip 2, let it go. Tip 3, please let it go. For your own good. For your car's own good.
Dude.
Alright guys, thank you guys for making it to the very end of the video. I'm super happy with how the car's turning out. Johnnee Tsunami Focus ST version 2 has now begun. Obviously I got the new front end, the wheels, but not only that, I do have coilovers that are actually sitting right there in the shop, and I do have a bunch of other different suspension components that are actually in the shop as well. So big thank you to Yellow Speed. Big thank you to TB Performance, which this is probably gonna be the next video. It's gonna be a video basically talking about all the suspension components I have, and we're gonna throw them on. It's gonna be a fun video. And lastly, thank you to Stratified Automotive for giving me a tune for this car and making it awesome. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. Let us know if you guys are liking the content in the comments below. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. Mr. Krabs.
Hey boy, make me some more Krabby Patties.
Can't believe I slept on these wheels for so long.
How funny would it be if I like run out of the store with the bumper just